ఒక్క మాట వస్తుంది పడిపో. ఫోన్ చేయండి
నువ్వు నాకు చేసావు.
నేను మీకెందుకు చేశాను? దేవుడి నెంబరు సోది ఫార్వర్డ్ ఎందుకు పెట్టారు మీరు? దేవుడి నెంబరు దేవుడిది మూడోది
there is Victor here saying I forgot to send the link to join the webinar. Which link, Victor? There is no link. Yeah, but I do not send the web link. I have no idea who all joined the class. That is done by the technical team, Victor. Okay, Victor. I have it, but it's not opening up properly. Like it did on Thursday when I was told it was fine. Can you let me know the add-ins that I need to download, and I'll fix it right now. Soma, as far as Victor, Soma, can you hear me? Right now it's only 1 hour, then it becomes 3 hours. Okay, right. Actually, I do not send the links for the webinar, so that's why maybe there was some confusion. It's the technical team that go ahead and send it. Soma, as far as the quality center is concerned, you have to check with the technical team. Finish all the talking. When you're done, let me know. I'm waiting. Yeah, I'll go have my lunch and come by the time you talk. Here, this is the charger. You have to take this. Move it that way.
Okay, try it now.
Mummy? Okay. Because of his height, and as it is so many women, he better sit in front. Okay, so let's get started.
Your call has been
So how many of
Phone
you did
release after
anything
right,
from the assignment?
ఎందుకో ఫోన్
You don't forget going hiking on the road out there and you forget how to do assignments. I think the store mountain nobody takes it, they don't want it either.
Volume off ఉండదు.
చెప్పాను
So
పెంచుకోరు
online, did anybody do the assignment? Have you done any of the assignments that were given to you? Online.
అసైన్మెంట్స్ అంటే చేసావా?
నో కొన్ని కాసాలు వచ్చిన కొన్ని
Those who are online, please respond yes or no. Did you do any assignment?
మీరండి
No.
What? Internet. What is the password to Wi-Fi? H2K training. H2.
మా ఇద్దరు దోపలు దొరికారు నాకు.
అక్కడ ఊరు చేస్తుండ్రు లేదు
Okay, some of you, most of you are saying no. That's okay. Take your time, but please try to do them. Because only if you do it will you know where you are getting stuck.
No time.
Yeah, I'm not going to send the answer booklet till you tell me to. When you say I am done, and then I will send you the answer.
అందరికి పిల్లలు ఫ్యామిలీ ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి.
And don't worry, maybe if you are not able to do some of the assignments, we can do it here also. So let's see how it goes, okay?
యాని మరి నాకు డౌట్ ఏంటంటే మనం ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిందే ఆటోమేషనా కాదా ఇక మీరు ఆపరా అనుకోవటము
అడుగు నన్ను అడుగుతావు ఎందుకు? అక్కడ అడుగు క్వశ్చన్.
ఏమని అడగాలి
ఈజ్ quality center considered
Okay, now
automation?
stop talking, guys.
Huh?
Stop talking.
Is quality center considered automation?
Soma, the phone number is 678-894-1983, but I'm not sure if they are available on Saturday, Sundays or not. The technical team, the installation
center
team, I think is
considered
not
on-
available on Saturday, Sunday. You got the phone number, Soma? I'm putting it in the chat box also. 679-894-1983. I think they are available because the student guide said that.
అండ్ ఇన్స్టాల్ స్పెల్లింగ్ ఏంటి
Okay, I've given you the number. Call them up and find out.
ఈడీనా
Aditi, I don't need your number. She
INSTALL
needed the number of
I
H2K
installed,
Infosys, so I'm giving her the H2K Infosys number. I won't be needing your number, Aditi. Okay? So what did we do in the last class? What did we do in the last class? So we did the defect life cycle. So in defect life cycle, we discussed all the different states. Other than that, what did we discuss? We went ahead and discussed how to generate a bug report. Okay, then what else did we do other than this? Yeah, elements of okay. Can you tell me what are the elements to generate a bug report? What all do I need when I'm generating a bug report?
Requirements, RTM, test cases.
Bug ID. Then summary, description, slowly, summary, description, severity,
So,
severity,
plans, so,
priority, date and time, version, build, attachment, On which environment was the bug found? Anything else that we are missing?
But this is not the environment. This is the end. So which number is like how many of them are already in released?
అండ్ ఏమన్నా షీట్లో ఉంటాయి కదండి బగ్ రిపోర్ట్ షీట్లో ఏమైనా చెప్పినాయి ఇప్పుడు
Yeah, when I say environment, I'm talking about the browser only. On which browser are you doing the testing? So you have to go ahead and test this. Frequently the bug is occurring, so maybe whether it's reproducible or not. Okay, can you tell me why am I generating a bug report?
Remember our
చాలా బగ్
track
రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ అందుకే జనరేట్ చేస్తాం
Track of what? What is it here? Track of the defect, okay?
And you actually generate tasks using new systems.
What do you mean by generate tasks?
Whatever there is a bug, it will be assigned to a person. It will take it as a task and they will allocate enough time to work on that. And then fix the bug. And again it comes for retesting.
Yeah, but we are not going to call it generate a task. That is not technical. So that is for understanding. So why am I generating a bug report? I am generating a bug report to track the defect, to log the defect, to track the defect, and please remember for the understanding point of view, you are not going to be sharing the test cases with the developer. So how do you get to tell the developer that there is a bug? You will get to tell the developer there is a bug when you go ahead and generate a bug report. If you were sharing the test cases with the developer would have got to know this is where the test case failed, this is where the test case did not fail. But if you are not sharing your test cases, they don't know. So obviously when you generate the bug, will they get to know?
I haven't got the
ఏంటంటే టెస్ట్ కేసులు మాత్రం షేర్ చేసుకోకూడదు కానీ బగ్ రిపోర్ట్ మాత్రం చూపించాలి వాళ్ళకి అదే నమ్ముతుంది
A lot of people haven't got.
నేను
Yeah,
వినలేదు
but a lot of people haven't got. A lot of people are complaining. Victor didn't get, somebody else also didn't get. Okay, so what type of bug?
వాళ్ళు చెప్తారు ఏది చేంజ్
అవును
చేసుకో
ఇంతకు రికార్డింగ్ పెట్టేది
యా
She's written functional, technical, GUI. So in some of the tools, there might be an option to go ahead and do the type of bug. I don't know if it's there in Quality Center or not. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. So till now, this is clear. What is defect life cycle? What is defect life cycle? Can somebody explain me the defect life cycle? Can somebody go ahead and explain this to me? You were supposed to come at 11 o'clock, right? You came at 9. No. Actually, what the thing is, the batch is going to be at 9 only, but because right now, for 1 or 2 weeks, it's going to be at 11. So it would be more advisable for you to join that new batch, which is 11 to 12 for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then it moves to 9 to 12.
9 to 12 అంటే మరి క్లాస్
Yes, yes, because even if you sit here, you will not be able to capture what's happening. Right, right. Yes. He doesn't know anything. He's like that caretaker here. So the new batch is tomorrow from 11 to 12. So then you come tomorrow at 11 to 12. Because today we just discussed the syllabus. We did not do anything much. So we are going to start tomorrow at 11. So be here at 11 tomorrow. Okay? Thank you so much. Sorry for the inconvenience. explain a defect life cycle, please?
It is step-by-step process to
న్యూ ఒకటి ఓపెన్ చేస్తాను
from we log the work.
అది ఓపెన్
The
చేస్తాను
log of work, scale of work is fixed place. It's like SDLC, so
Say that word here. It's not SDLC. It is not SDLC also. What is SDLC? In SDLC, you did so many things. You understood the requirements, you created the test plan, you created the RTM, you created the test cases, and you executed the test cases, you made sure the test environment was ready. That is your SDLC. So this is not SDLC. This is that there is a bug life cycle in place to track the status of the bug. You log the bug. Now, what status is that bug on? That is your defect life cycle. So please do not get confused with the concepts and don't mix up the concepts. There is one simple way that I'd like to go ahead and so just to do a recap here, there is one bug. As a tester, you log the bug, the status is going to be new. The bug is going to be assigned to the developer. When as a tester, you log a bug, an email is directly sent to the entire team. Now, when the email has been sent to the entire team, let's take the case one. So what is the case one? The case one is that the developer agrees to go ahead and fix the bug. So the developer says, yes, it is a bug, I'm going to fix it. And then the developer starts fixing the bug. And when he starts to fix the bug, he changes the status to open. So that means the developer is going to fix it. Now the developer has fixed the bug. The developer will change the status to fixed. Now, if Rajita is a tester here, then she is going to say, okay, the bug I had logged 1010 is fixed. So I'm going to retest the bug. So Rajita, if the bug is fixed, she will test and change the status to close if the bug is fixed. And this is called that she retested the bug 1010. If the bug is not fixed, then again she will change the status to reopen. She will put comments here. While opening the bug, she will put additional information, and again the developer will have to fix it. Again, there is a bug. The tester is going to log the bug. The status is going to be new. The bug is going to be assigned to the developer. The developer feels this is not a bug, so the developer is going to go ahead and reject it. Don't use your terminology. The developer is going to reject the bug. So here, the status is going to be rejected. So once that is rejected, the developer is not going to fix it because as per the developer, this is not a bug. Now what can the reason be? The developer feels that the QA is not able to understand the requirement, right? So here, next, again case 3, there is one more bug. Log the bug, the status is new as per the tester. Here the developer will change the status of the bug to defer. Defer means I'm not going to fix it now, I'm going to fix it in the later review. Yeah, they can. That's why there is a meeting called a bug triage meeting, in which there is an actually discussion is done that what is the severity, what is the priority. If there is any confusion, then it is resolved at that point of time.
Sounds చెప్పండి.
So today, before we start Quality Center, we have just one more topic to do. What is that topic? What is that topic? It's on the board. Test plan. So after we do the test plan, we are going to start with Quality Center. Okay. So let's say all of you are going for a movie. How would you plan for the movie? Which movie? Where? Time?
And who is going to buy tickets?
Who will buy tickets? Time, if everybody is available. Then what else? Okay, which movie? What is your mode of transport? How are you going to go for the movie? Are you going to eat popcorn or not? I will have popcorn. What else? How many people? According to that, we'll decide how much do we need. Yes. So how many of you are going for a movie? So this is basically your planning. Now if I ask you, you have to go ahead and plan for a testing project. Let's say you've been hired as a test manager. So you have been hired as a test manager. Can you go ahead and tell me what is the information that you need if you want to go ahead and plan for a project? So when I say project, I'm talking about the testing. You need the requirements to be in place. Don't use the word user story. Always say the word requirement. What else? That's what we are doing, right? We are planning. Then what is going to be the schedule? Okay. What is the budget? What is the budget? What is? How many people can use? Resources. Use technical words, please. And tools. What tools you need for testing? What else? When I say requirements, let me call this as scope of testing. What do I need to test? You need to know that, right? So if there are 100 requirements, the scope of testing is, let's say, just 10 requirements. So what is the scope? Manpower again is resources. So this is another name, manpower. How many resources do I need? What else? So you need the tools, you need budget, you need schedules, what else? All of you are managers. Once you tell me all these points, I'm going to give the project to you, and then I'm not going to give you anything more beyond this. You think of everything that you need.
And schedule and time period. Time
is schedule.
Time.
That is scope. You have to check if the requirements given are right. There are no incomplete requirements. So when I get the requirements, there is a sign off. So if the sign off is done, that means I'm good with the requirement. Okay, so what is going to be the testing environment? Yes.
Will the test data come go? Then what are all the test data test manager has to get from
Roles and responsibilities, correct? Roles and responsibilities. Who will have what? Who needs to do what? Entry criteria, exit criteria, yes. Entry criteria, exit criteria, what else? Deliverables, correct? What are going to be the deliverables? What are going to be the meetings? What is going to be our communication strategy? Then how do I communicate with the client? Do I communicate with the team? Is there a meeting every day? Do I give the status to the client every day? What kind of communication is going to be there? What else? Anything else that we are missing on? So let's say this is basically some of the basic things that you need to go ahead and you need when you're going to start planning for a project. So now let's look at each of these things one by one. So what is the test plan? It is a document which describes the testing scope and activities. It is the basis for formally testing any software or product in a project.
Hey Raj,
Who creates the test plan?
turn your phone
Team
volume
lead
up.
or the test manager.
Your
When
phone
a
is
test
not
plan
ringing, turn it
created,
up.
it needs to be created as soon as your requirement study is complete and the sign off from the customer. What do you mean by the sign off from the customer? The customer has read all the requirements and then he signs and says, please go ahead. Okay, if there is no sign off, then you have to get a sign off and then only you start with the project. Now, what is the purpose of a test plan? It clearly states various testing activities to be performed during the various stages of product development. So you have what activities that you are going to perform. It is going to list each and everything in the test plan. So now let's try to understand. Again, it gives you a clarity to the technical tasks of testing. It will act as a bridge of communication between your product development team and the QA. It is going to give you a basic guideline for organizing, scheduling, managing the test project. Then you ensure a common understanding exists between the project team members and on the expectation of the deliverables. So here, if you do not have this document, so there can be a lot of miscommunication. What is the communication that you're going to do with the client? So you can go ahead and write here that it's going to be a weekly status report that we are going to send to the client. Now everybody knows it's a weekly status report, there is work on this. So everything is documented here. Do I need to go ahead and do only functional testing here, or do I need to do the performance testing here? So whatever it is, everything will be written in this test plan. So what are the components of a test plan? You can have scope, approach, assumptions, entry criteria, exit criteria, risk analysis, roles and responsibilities, test schedule and resources, test environment, communication approach, and test tools. Right? So these are the components of the test plan. Some of you writing, when you are done, let me know, then I'll move to the next slide. I will send you the notes. Okay. Because if you write it, then we'll go a little slow. I don't want you to sit and jot it down. I'll send you the notes. Now you have something known as the scope. What will be covered?
Yes, sir.
What will not be covered? That means what will be tested, what is not going to be tested. The components of the system
bye.
that are tested, hardware, software, middleware, etc., they need to be defined as in scope. The components of the system that will not be tested also needs to be defined as being out of scope. So tomorrow the client, we had a word with the client told me, hey, in scope, I just want you to do my functional testing. So you said okay, and then out scope he told you don't go ahead and do performance testing. So this is something that both of you are clear on. So there should be no confusion. So tomorrow if he says, hey, you did not do performance testing, so you can go ahead and tell me, let's see, as per your discretion, we have written performance testing as out of scope. What are the different types of testing that you are going to perform? So obviously, if it is functional testing, I am going to go ahead and do regression, I'm going to do retesting, I am going to do functional testing, but obviously I'm not going to go ahead and do performance testing. So I'm not going to write performance testing here, right? But things like exploratory, obviously that is understood, that I have to go ahead and do this kind of testing, I have to do. So all that is written in the approach. Now there are some assumptions a project manager or a PDP has to go ahead and make. So what is that assumption? He's going to assume that when the resources join that particular project, they should have the required, let's say, domain knowledge. Domain knowledge is tomorrow if you're working on a healthcare project, you need to know the basic terminology for healthcare. You need to know what you mean by deductibles. You need to know who is a provider. If you don't know all these things, how will you work in the healthcare domain? So tomorrow, let's say I decide to work in maybe a Macy's store, but if I do not know the basic terms that are being used there, it is going to be difficult for me. So that is my domain knowledge. So what is the skill level? So have you seen a lot of requirements in which they say that this is what we are looking for? So they give you those domain terms or whatever. Domain knowledge, like managers have or managers don't know what you should have. Okay. As a tester, you have to have domain knowledge. So tomorrow when you're working in different industries, industry works on some other domain knowledge. So if you're in a healthcare, that uses your healthcare. If you're in banking, you should know the banking domain. So slowly with experience, you will learn that with different projects. So a lot of people work in the hotel management and ticket booking. So that is a separate domain. So they know how it works there. You should know the entry criteria and exit criteria for each state of testing, and it should be documented here. What do you mean by entry criteria and what do you mean by exit criteria? So entry criteria, what we need in order to start the testing process. If the unit testing has not been done, can I start my testing process? If there is, I need a build and I do not have a build, can I start my testing? If I need my testing environment to be set up and that testing environment is not set up, can I go ahead and start testing? No. So this is my entry criteria. So these are some of the assumptions the manager is going to make. That requirement document will be there. Application under test will be there. Unit and integration testing is done. The test plan is already created. The team, the manpower, the tools, the training and domain knowledge, everything is already there.
And when you select who are going to be that testing, right?
Yeah, the team you are talking about?
Yes.
So let's say there is a manager called X and all of a sudden he has been given a new project, so he wants to go ahead and that project was in healthcare domain. So either he will pick up some people who have good testing knowledge, some people who have healthcare domain. He will do a mix of everything and he'll go ahead and create a team. So some people he'll pick up from the projects within the organization, or he will go ahead and get them from outside the organization, depending. So that's how they get knowledge of that. It depends, it's not necessary. Tomorrow when you join you go for an interview and they're looking for somebody who knows ETL and you don't know anything and they are very sure they're not going to hire you because you don't know ETL, but still they call you for an interview for whatever reason. But if they see your attitude and they feel she will pick up, man, I'll take her. Just don't leave her. She's a good resource. Just take her. So then take her. So it's not like, hard and fast. It really depends. So it depends. But yes, generally, obviously, you should have some knowledge about it. Then there is something known as exit criteria. When to stop testing. Now here, your team lead and here, your client, they will go ahead and decide together. Obviously, if the schedule is reached, if the budget is depleted, if the documentation is ready, here these values, 95%, 90%, this is decided between the client and the team lead. So 95% of the test cases are passed. If 95% of the test cases are passed, that means now you know what, I don't think there are going to be any more bugs, just go ahead and stop testing. 90% of the major defects are fixed. Okay, so the client says, you know what, if 90% of the major defects are done, let's just call it done with the testing. So it depends. So again, these are some kind of assumptions we are making, and under assumption sections you can have your entry criteria and exit criteria. Right? Now all these things are being documented where? All these things are being documented where? Who's documenting it? The manager. If you go for a job with 2 years or 3 years of experience, have you created a test plan? No, I did not get an opportunity to create the test plan. Given an opportunity, I can do it. Given an opportunity, I can replace you also. Okay. Risk analysis. Now this is very important. What do you mean by a risk? What is a risk? What is a risk? The way the system performs, that is not a risk. The way the system does not perform and it should be performing. No. Can you tell me what is the meaning of risk in English language? something that has the potential to cause harm. Okay? Liability. Okay, let's say if I say, this is a training going on here.
శాండ్విచ్ ఉంది.
So can you tell me three risks here? Risk is something which might happen, and if it happens, there can be some kind of a loss. Just to understand in English. Perfect. So from tomorrow onwards, I'm not coming. That is a risk. From tomorrow onwards, I'm not coming because all of a sudden I decided to take a full-time job. Okay. So tomorrow, get a teacher for yourself. So this is a risk. Don't leave it. This is a risk. Then internet connection. Absolutely correct. What if tomorrow internet connection is not there? Yes. So that I'm resigning. No, anyway. The resources is already resigned. Internet connection is not there. Natural disasters, yes, why not? So these are what? Risks. So in our project, definitely there are going to be
ఇప్పుడు నాకేం కాదు.
risks. So this section documents the risks. So what can be the different types of risks? There can be a personal risk or a technical risk. So if a team member quits, so what is the job of a manager is that first he has to go ahead and document, first identify, then document the risks in a test plan. Now, for every risk there has to be a, so if this risk happens, what are you going to do? How will you go ahead and cover it up? So tomorrow if I am not coming and I quit this organization, then they have to have a backup resource. So it's not that they are going to tell you, hey, there are not going to be classes. There will be classes, there will be a backup resource. If the internet connection is not there, then maybe they have two internet connections in place, or maybe they will go ahead and next class they will go ahead and extend the time of the class. Or they might reschedule for Monday. So some kind of mitigation they would have already decided. So obviously if there's a natural disaster, there is going to be some kind of a mitigation. Let's say there is some kind of all of a sudden it's an IT industry and we're working on critical projects and there's some kind of a natural disaster and the person cannot come to office, so we give him the permission to work from home. So what are these? These are all mitigation. So obviously if you worked in the IT industry for 2 years, do you think you will be able to analyze the risk? No. There's only a manager who's been working for the past 5 years in the IT industry, he will be able to analyze what the risks can be. So this section will document all the risks. There can be personal risks, there can be technical risks, and for every risk there has to be a mitigation. So you're going to identify a new team member, or there's going to be some kind of a backup that is going to be there in place. Domain knowledge of the team members, mitigation is to arrange the training. Goals. No, knowledge transfer is that if I resign, they will tell me, no, at least 1 week you have to come, and they'll make another instructor sit here, and that instructor will just see maybe how I'm interacting, or maybe they will say, no, whatever you teach, please tell him. That is knowledge transfer. So basically, I'm transferring the knowledge to that person, and that person will take over. Yeah, kind of training. So that is knowledge transfer. Okay, but domain knowledge is different. For domain knowledge, you will have training. And for domain knowledge also, you can have knowledge transfer. It's called as KT. Now, roles and responsibilities. This section, is risk analysis clear to everybody? Because this is an important thing. When you go for an interview, what kind of question can you be asked in a test plan is? So there are only 1 or 2 questions that you can be asked here. First, they will ask you, what is a test plan? Number 2, have you created a test plan? Number 3, can you go ahead and explain the components of a test? So when I go ahead and send you a material, I'm going to send you this sheet, because this sheet is a because Okay. So I'll send you this sheet, so it will not take you much time for you to go ahead and remember this. So this sheet I'm going to send across to you. So what are the components of a test plan, and then you can go ahead and answer all this looking at that particular sheet. So can you tell me till now any doubts, guys? Online, no response. Can you hear me online? Okay, no doubt. Okay, now we are going to talk about roles and responsibilities. So here, when we were booking a movie ticket, I'm giving the responsibility of someone to look for the transport. I'm giving somebody the responsibility to book the tickets. So, but it has to be all clarified and everybody should know what we have to do. So similarly, this section defines who is responsible for each stage or type of testing, or who is responsible for which module. So everything has to be documented here. The manager is responsible for the overall success of the project. So you assign the task and review the task, and tester is obviously responsible to test the application. So here you can either have names of the team members, and against them you can have the responsibility. Yes, roles and responsibilities. And when I send you the notes, I am actually going to send you a sample test plan to look at how does it look. So you can read and go through the test plan also. So this is how actually test plan looks like for a particular company. So you can go through this test plan. Can you tell me what is on this page? What is this page? We've already spoken about it. Version. So here can you see project name, module name, version, and what is this called? What is all this called? Right. So who's prepared the document? Who's going to review it? Who's going to approve it? Then what are the changes that you have done? What is the version number? What is the page number? Did you add? Did you modify? Did you delete? And a brief description about the change. So 99% of you, when you join an organization, each and every document, the first page will look like this. This is known as the change history of the document. Change history. Change history of the document. So this also I'm going to go ahead and send it to you when I send it. Now you have something known as your test schedule and planned resources. So it includes measure of the test activities, sequence of the test, initial estimates for each activity. The team lead will mention how much time will each task take, and you will work according to that. So he will ask you, hey, you ex-tester, you are working on the login module. So can you please go ahead and tell me that how much, estimation, how much time will you take for testing? So you will say 3 days. So maybe then he won't show you, he will put 1 day buffer and he put it in the test plan. So again, test resource planning. So it includes your people, tools, facilities, all the things. Now there is something known as a change process management. What is a change? It is change management process, not change process management. So it is change management process. Let's say you've been working and now all of a sudden the client comes up with a major change. So what will you do? Will you just blindly go ahead and say yes and start working on it? No. Why? Because you are being paid there every day. From where are they getting your salary? From the work that the client is giving? Now the client has extended the work, let's say it's going to take 1 month. So for every resource, they are budgeted, the resources are built. So there is a sheet that goes to the client. And these are the 5 people working on your project, and these are billable resources. That means for each person we are paying $45 per hour. And now the work that you have given me is going to take us 1 month to do it. So this, first of all, is going to take 1 month. plus I need to take another buy license for another tool, plus I need 5 resources for your project. So you share all this information with the client, and if the client decides to go ahead and pay for all this, then you go ahead and do the changes. If it is something minor, then it's totally different. So first you have to do the risk analysis. First of all, if this change is feasible or not with the existing software. For all you know, the changes that you said, maybe you cannot go ahead and implement it with the current software. So then what is the effort estimation? What is the time changes that should be done in the design? The architects will decide, developer will take time to make the changes, the QA will take time to write the test cases, the cost estimation is there going to be a change in the budget? So all these details are sent to the client, and the client agrees to all the details. They will pay the cost and they are okay with the time, and then we start implementing the changes. So what is your change management process? That will also be documented in the test plan. So you're planning for each and everything here that is in place. Now, environment. For this case, they can stop what they are doing, right? The nature, the development thing. Tomorrow, if I say that, we are going to have a change in the current curriculum of course that we are doing through, am I going to stop delivering the classes? No. Side by side, I'm going to prepare for the change. So you are doing the testing, what you are doing, this change, what they've given you, maybe have to be implemented in the next 3 months. So you see, obviously, the minute he tells you the change, you start working on it. That does not mean you stop doing whatever you are doing. You will continue doing it. Yes, and this is an extra thing that has come up, which will be done down the line. Now you have something known as environment. So environment requirements for each stage and types of testing should be outlined. For example, unit testing may be conducted in the development environment, while separate environments will be needed for the integration and system testing. So obviously, what environment are you using? Who is testing in what environment? For each and every environment, there will be a separate link that will be there. So all these details also have to be written down and planned. How many servers do I need? Which server is going to be for the development? Which server is going to be for the testing? So you need all these details, and that has to be put in the test plan. So separate environments may be needed for integration, system, and units. Now here one thing you have to remember very clearly, that when you are testing a software and when you're working in our organization, you are not going to install any software on your machine. Once you are in the premises of the organization, each and every activity of yours is monitored. So you are installing software on your machine, you are chatting with unwanted people, you are wasting time, whatever you're doing, everything is going to be wrong. You won't know about it. So at times, there are people, when they go to office, they do not connect their phones to the office Wi-Fi, because everything is going to be tracked. So you're working in an organization and you're looking for a job, and from your office email only you are sending the application for job. So please don't do that. Yeah, they will find a replacement for you before you find a replacement for yourself in their company. So again, you are not going to go ahead and install any software there, anything. So as a QA, you should never install any software on your system. It can lead to security issues. If you download from an incorrect site, it can cause problems for your computer and other computers as well, because privacy is a concern. So technical software team will install the software. We need to take approval from the test lead and do this thing. So most of the organizations, so where the last organization where I was working was, whenever we had to install the software, they had actually created an inbuilt tool or an inbuilt software. So it was created by my company only. So here, if I wanted to install Quality Center, I would go ahead and log a ticket. So I would say that I need Quality Center for this project. When I log a ticket and I click on the submit button, an email will go to my supervisor that she is requesting for installing this software. Supervisor will go ahead and approve it. So then there will be a timeline that once the request has been approved, they will take 24 hours or 4 hours or 6 working hours or 1 day, and they'll install the software on your machine. So how do these technical people get paid? That how many tickets were logged, how many did you resolve, where did you get stuck? So everything is to monitor that. After the work?
చైర్లో కూర్చోబెట్టేసి.
No, it depends. If you move from one project to another, maybe somebody else will come there, or if you're done with the project and you have to go ahead and they put you in another project, then they remove all your logins and authority and everything over that project. It's not that you will still have control over the server. No, once you're done with the project, if there is a central server where you are from where you're putting files or taking down files, or from the quality center, they will remove your username and login. So you won't be able to access it anymore. They will do it. No. And generally, in companies, if you go ahead and you install something, or if you go ahead and send an email and everything, the people who are in the office, they get a track of everything. They know everything, that from this emails are going, this is what is happening, that is what is happening. Because a lot of people, when they leave the organization, they want to take a backup of their test cases they've created, they want to take a backup of their material. So you are not able to do that because everything is tracked, and they remove all the access from your machine. Now, what is going to be the communication approach? Am I going to have a daily status report, weekly status report, or monthly status report? Is there a timesheet that I have to go and fill on the basis which I'm going to go ahead and get paid? What are the formal and informal meetings that we are going to have? What are the techniques such as an escalation process? Escalation processes, let's say, somewhere you're having problems with the team lead or anybody. What is the escalation process? How should you go ahead and do it? If you're not getting some kind of a tool, you've been saying it does not happen, so what it is? Then in a lot of software companies, if you have people sitting here, so you have a few people sitting here, all of them have some kind of a chat software installed. So rather than you running all over the office and talking to each other, you can do it through the chat. Now, all the testing documents that you have created, the client might say that I want a copy of everything. Give me a copy of the test plan, give me a copy of the test cases, give me a copy of the test data that you are creating. So any documents that you're going ahead and creating, and they can be a part of the test deliverable. What are the tools that you're going to go ahead and support that you need for the testing process? So all these things you have to go ahead and you have to put it in the test plan. So this we've already discussed, it's just a repetition. The test manager team. The testers can provide feedback for formal reviews once the test plan has been developed. Not only formal reviews, they can also go ahead and give your input. So because now you've also been working in the IT industry for 3 years and you feel one risk is missing, you can also give your input and say, go ahead and add this risk. So slowly you will understand. So developing a good test plan, it requires an extensive analysis of the complete project, especially the requirements, the schedules, and the project risks. So objective of the test plan is to describe all testing that needs to be accomplished. Microsoft Word is one of the tools that is used to generate the test plan, and consider the test plan as an evolving document. What do you mean by an evolving document? That there are constant changes. So let's say if there's a change in roles and responsibilities, you will update your. If one resource leaves, you're going to update your. Basically, this should be the updated document. So that's why it's an evolving document. Till now, any doubts? Otherwise, I'm going to start with Quality Center. Till now, any doubts? How many of you do not have Quality Center on your machine? Everybody here has Quality Center? Okay, that's okay. You can share with her. All of you have. No doubts? Okay. Anybody who does not have Quality Center, type it, I do not have Quality Center. I have, but it is not working. Okay. Anybody else? Quality Center, I want you to read this slide and then I'm going to explain it to you. So please read what is written here.
ప్రతిదీ పడుతుంది
Mommy, can you help me make another one?
తింటుంది బయట తీసుకుంటాను తినాలి
అది నీ దగ్గర అయితే
She has all the login requirements within her okay. Because everybody has access to the same server. So if you create yours and when he opens it, he will be able to see what you have done. It's a central server where everybody is logging to. But when you work in a real organization, every project is going to be differently allocated. Here, all of us have almost, like, some of you have Alex_QC as a username password. Some of you who have version 10 might have your name and something else as a password. But you're accessing a central repository which is accessible to all. Yeah, that is different, but again, you are basically going to the same location. So whatever you create will be visible to everybody. So now if you will create a requirement, and when I create a requirement Verizon Wireless Ritu or something like that, you will be able to see it on your machine. Right? Okay, so how do you coordinate within your team? Let's say the tester will give you a set of the requirements. Using these requirements, you will create the test case and then you will perform the testing and you will log the defects to the developer. So in the real world, you will have different number of different members of the team that you will have to coordinate with. Be it developers. Okay, this can another be a question for an interview. That as a tester, which are the other team members you coordinate with? Be it developers, you coordinate with your team lead, you coordinate with your project manager. So it depends, so you coordinate with all these people. So this is a project here. The VA also has to access this project. The team lead also has to access it. The developer also has to access it, and the manager also has to. Like, yeah, there might be, like, you need some kind of updation, so system administrator or whatever. So it's not only one developer. There can be 5 developers, and there can be, like, 3 testers. So it really depends. So some 10 to 15 people are accessing that system. So here in the real world, you have different members of the team that you have to coordinate with. So just imagine if I have Excel sheets like this XLS sheet, which is like, for testers, is being updated by some testers, which is the latest version. Where is the latest version? So I sent you notes, somebody says I got it, somebody says I did not get it, somebody says it got deleted, can you send it again? So I keep getting, if there are 30 people in one batch, if I'm taking 5 batches, 150 people getting the note is a big task. So here what they do is they go ahead and they create a website called H2K Infosys. Now in this website they create something known as the batches. So 12 p.m. batch. Now with this 12 p.m. batch they give me a location where I can put all the notes. So everybody accesses it from here. So the life becomes simpler rather than me emailing it to everybody. So similarly here also you have a tool in place. Now because of this tool, everybody can log into the tool and then depending on the rights that you have, you will be able to see information in the tool. So you've written the test cases, you will have the permission to edit it. Maybe the developer will have the information just to view it. So again, everything is there in the tool, so it is much easier to go ahead and coordinate. So there will be different testers in the team. They should be able to coordinate that with them also. So how do we coordinate and share the various documents within the team? These are the different options. So we can have a shared location where we can keep all the documents, or we can send an email with all the documents attached. So email is also not done, and shared is also a little difficult. Why is it difficult? You copied something, she thought it was not the latest version, and you copied on top of that document her version. Anything can happen in the shared location because all of you are working in the team, so everybody is going to have access to go ahead and copy. And if it's a shared location, can I make out who's made changes to what? No, I cannot. So then the team methods are not reliable because we don't know what the latest version is. If you keep the documents in the shared location, there can be security issues. That is, anybody can access and change the document. So what is the solution for this? That's why you have a tool which is known as your test management tool. So that day we spoke about the difference about a test management tool and a bug reporting tool. And I sent you the document also which listed the 15 test management tools and bug reporting tools. It was in a document called Priority and Severity Notes. Okay, so that is there in that. Now, where do we go for that's why we go for a test management tool. Now, what is Quality Center? Quality Center is a test management tool. It will manage all the activities of the testing project. Each client will have a username or password. So rather than client, I can say each person who's working or each resource will have a username and password. You will log into the Quality Center using that username and password. A tester A makes a change. The changes that are done by her will be stored by her name. So if you are adding a comment, if you are changing the status of the bug, if you are logging a bug, if you are adding the test cases, if you are generating the graph, everything is going to be by that particular name. So everybody knows that, okay, if this bug was deleted, who went ahead and deleted it? If this a comment was added, everybody will know who did it, right? Now this is the architecture of the ALM. This is a client. So there was some installation done on your machine. Yes, for the Quality Center, what was installed? Client was installed. Now when you are going to connect, where are you connecting to the application? Server. And then there is a database zone. Right? Now here there is only one server and the server is H2K. And maybe they just have one database wherein they are going ahead and storing all the projects that are being created. That's why the same information can be visible to everybody. Now, these are the different versions that are there for the ALM. You have, first it was called as the test director. So it was called as the test director. That time the version was 1.52 to version 8.0. Then it was called as the Mercury Quality Center, and then the version was 8.0 to 9.0. Then it was taken over by HP. It was called as HP Quality Center. Some of you have version 9 and some of you have version 10. And now this is the latest thing, which is version 11 to version. Now, some of you have version 9 installed and some of you have version 10. So the only difference here is in the difference in the requirement module. But the rest is the same, but in version 10 you have some additional modules which are not there in 9 and which are not a part of this course because they are more for the management. So what modules are we going to look into? We are going to look into the requirements module, we are going to look into the test plan, we are going to look into the test lab, and so these same modules are there in 9 and in 10 also. And these are the only modules that we are going to discuss. Only change in 9 and here is the requirement. There is also just one change that we'll handle it when we are doing it right now. Okay. So this is your versions of Quality Center. Now what are the different modules that are here? There are 4 modules of Quality Center: requirement module, test plan, test lab and defect. What does the requirement module do? It will list down all the requirements in the module. So here, whatever we were doing earlier, like if in Verizon Wireless, I was looking at the requirements. Now I'm going to put all the requirements for Verizon Wireless in the requirement module. In the test plan module, I'm going to add all the test cases, and please don't get confused with the name. Right? So in the test plan module, what are you doing? You are going to add the test cases in this module. So we will learn how to do this. Then from the test lab, we are going to execute the test cases. So how we are going to do it? That we are going to go ahead and learn. We are going to execute the test cases from here. So here you are only writing the test cases. So again, please remember, Quality Center is a... So when I say execute the test cases from here, you are the one who is going to execute, not the Quality Center tool itself. It is just one way of... When I say test lab, execution of the test cases means you will click on the button execute, then manually you will do whatever you have to do, and then you will mark it as pass or fail here. So similarly, what you were doing in the Excel sheet, you are doing here using this tool. So there is no difference here. Now it has some features. Remember we created RTM and we did the linking. So we are going to do that here also. We link to the defects to the test cases. So let's say there is a test case www.gmail.com and the main page should open. But this main page does not open. So what do? You log up. Now obviously for this you would have written the test case somewhere. And for this test case you would have marked it as failed somewhere. Then you would have logged it as bug somewhere, and let's say the ID of this bug is 1011. So there is a way that I can mark or I can attach or I can link this test case with this bug ID. So that I get to know that this bug is for this test case which has failed. And then you're going to generate some kind of report also. So you can generate reports that, okay, Ritu, how many bugs or how many critical bugs did she log? So there can be a report that can be generated for this. So that also you can use using the Quality Center. Till now, any doubts? Till now, any doubts? Any doubts sitting here? No? They might go ahead and add the requirements here. But we are still going to learn to do it, but they might be doing it. won't be explaining the ALM. What we are doing is the version, if you want to, see there is no difference, but if you want to still go ahead and understand the ALM part, I want you to go ahead and type here www.guru99.com, and then here, what I want you to do is, I want you to come here, and here there is, can you see here, HP Quality Center ALM? I want you to click on this, and then here, you can go ahead and either they can send you emails every day. You don't have to install it. That is the best part about it. Let's say how to install. If you don't want to learn, I just want to learn more about the requirement specification module in ALM. So I'm going to click on this. It will tell me, it will explain everything to me, what is the workflow and everything. And if you go ahead and send them that email, if you do that email project there, wait, I think that's a bit there, you give me. How to put requirements and everything there.
Where do you want him?
This one is
Then go
your
play by yourself. Raji is not going to play with you.
Or do one thing, go to live project, and in live project go register for the live HP ALM exercise.
You go play and that guy.
Once you go to this, now if you want, you register. If you don't want to register, just click on create requirement, and when you do this, it will ask you to go ahead and click on everything. So here it's asking you to select the requirements, it will make you select the requirements. Then if you say click on the new requirement folder, it will let you click on it. Then it will say type functional and then press enter. So I type functional and then I have to press enter. So if you click on OK, it will not work. Now if it says click on OK, you have to do exactly the same thing. Now it says select the requirement, you select the requirement. New requirement folder button. Now it will ask me to type here non-functional. So it is asking me to create two types of requirement folders here. So enter, then OK. So basically without installing the application lifecycle management tool, you can work on here. Right? So this is one thing. Guru99.com. Click on the OK button. So I click on the OK button. Now select this folder, Click on the new requirement. Now it's asking me to add the new requirement. So here it is asking me to type Guru 99. So what is the domain name? Banking. Yeah, the login page. Yeah, because we are doing a requirement, so it is one requirement. So why is it saying incorrect? Because if after Guru 99 and banking there is no text, still it will say incorrect. So you have to type exactly what he's telling you to. Then click what is the priority, how fast do you need to fix, how fast should this requirement be implemented? It needs to be implemented quickly. So what is the target cycle? On which target cycle, I'll tell you what this release thing is. When. So is it in cycle 1, is it in sprint 2, is it in sprint 1? So it is making you select everything. We will do that for you. Okay. He's entered the description here. To develop, click on the rich text button. So the minute you click on the rich text button, so this is how it works. So you can do everything on your own here, right? So this is clear to everybody? So it's like a complete demo which you can work on for the ELM. Now coming back to our quality center where we were, we are going to take the example of the Verizon. Violet. Now I'm going to go ahead and open the quality center. How do I open the quality center? There is something known as Quality Center Explorer. I'm going to click on this. Here I'm going to enter the path where I wanted to connect. I'm going to click on the go button. You always see the same screen. It depends from what version is it. I have 10, so my mind might be different.
I have 10, but I downloaded the virtual machine.
That's it. So here the password is whatever has been given to you. Can you see the domain here and project here? The domain is default and the project is Quality Center Demo. So when you're working in an actual organization, then it's not going to be default and Quality Center Demo. So if you're working in a project, it will be actual project name here. So if you're working in 3 projects at the same time, you will have access to all the 3 projects, and from the drop down, you will select the project that you are working on currently. So if you type the password here, it is H2K. Authenticate. This is the help screen. If there is any information you want, there is a user guide, there is a tutorial, what is new, read me, all those things are there. And this is how your screen should look like. Can everybody go ahead and please log on to their quality centers? Okay, now if you have a screen in which you are able to see those red, yellow, green, then you will go to view. You will go to view and click on the requirement tree. Right now maybe you have the requirement grid. Click on the requirement tree, and does the view change?
Yeah,
Now it's right? Yeah. Did you select it?
Yeah.
Can everybody do that? And once you are done, type on the chat box, done. You are basically on the view where you can see all the requirements in your mind.
Line to be not at the bottom of the student. So I want them to solve only 10. So that's means and what are the username and password what they are. With the username and password what are they offered. They are done with this. So
Are we used to? Are we allowed to use Quality Center 10.0? They made me download a virtual machine for Quality Center 9. Maybe Soma, as for your maybe for your machine, Soma, there was some problem. That's why they installed Quality Center 9. Can you provide the link you used? I can get it quickly. Which link you want me to give you? Which link do you want? I don't have the link, Soma. You will have to take it from the technical team. I can check my email. center, Aditi. I don't have the link. You want this mail, Soma? This is the only mail that I can see.
Yes, come on Monday or Tuesday. Yes, I came on Tuesday. And from Quality Center now, and from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they started.
What is your email ID, Soma? Soma, type your email ID, please. Aditi, did you get Quality Center installed on your machine? You should have had the Quality Center installed. If it is installed, you don't need anything. We are going to go to Quality Center. We are going to learn it. If you have Quality Center installed on your machine, then you just need to ignore all this. What? What?
So I can before the rank comes, I can just go here.
But really they have helped us. I would feel like SSC was looking for that.
Really?
Please do know that they are having such problems with Windows 10, Windows 7 and everything. Why don't they give links, all the links for everybody who can, if anybody has Windows 7, this link is suitable for them. It's so easy because after we log into that website, you have to download that 2.38 GB from my
I told her Windows 10 does not support that. Windows does not.
Okay, so we are back to Quality Center. Everybody, I'm assuming, has opened Quality Center and they can see the screen. If you are not able to see the screen for some reason, then there are different views for the requirement. So here, what are the different views? You can see it as a requirement grid. So only the view has changed here. So otherwise, you are in the requirements module only the view has changed. Again, you are in the requirement module, but you are in only the view has changed. You have the requirement details. So whatever requirement is clicked on the right hand side, you can see the details for that particular requirement. So right now, all of us will be in the requirement tree view. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create a requirement for Verizon Wireless. So what am I doing? Mostly this will be done by the PM given to me. The requirements can be created, but let's go ahead and try to create one requirement. So can you see this main requirement folder here? Can everybody see this?
No, I see something that is a new requirement. Right.
I'm not asking you to come here. I'm asking you to be here.
No, I'm not doing it.
You have 9? You have 9?
I have mine. I don't know what I do.
No, then you cannot answer like that. You are a tester. Check and tell me what version you have.
Mine.
Can you see HP Quality Center 10.0 on top written? Or 9.0? If you have 9.0, you won't have it, so it's okay.
So do I click on that requirement?
So I'll tell you.
I don't know if you. Go on,
There on the top of the screen, HTML quality center.
I don't see it. I have one to see.
That's okay. Then what is the version?
See, there is QC Explorer version.
Yeah.
So those for you who are, how many have version 10? How many have 10? All of you have 10. Online, how many have 10? Online, how many have 10 versions? 1. I need to know how many have 10. I did not say if you have 9 type. I said how many have 10.
Someone Aditi has mentioned 10 and start. We are getting calculus of Windows 10 and start.
Quality Center version. Quality line is the same, almost the same. Let's just try to understand. So here we are going to be talking about that is the list of requirements for the Verizon Wireless. So what is the first thing that I'm going to do? I have to create a folder. So I go ahead and I create a folder with the name of Verizon Wireless. So right now I'm talking about the ones who have version 10 Quality Center. Okay. So you create a folder. Now you have to create requirements for the Verizon Wireless. So does everybody remember that in Verizon Wireless, first we did the main page, then we did the store locator, and then we did the store locator link. And after the store locator link, we checked valid, invalid, blank, and choose state. Does everybody remember this? Yes or no? Yeah. So what I have to do is, first that's why I want to enter all the requirements, so I'm creating this as the main folder. I'm going to call it Verizon Wireless. Now all of you, please don't call it Verizon Wireless. Call it Verizon Wireless _ your name, because there are 100 folders there, you will get confused. And if you want, you can give today's date also. So you can go there.
Creating a folder, I think we have to go to the name, creating the folder.
You will come back here to Quality Center and you will come back here to create folder. Yes. But again, first right now don't do anything. Look here. Those who are online, please respond, because I will not understand if you are able to understand or not, and I'll keep going further. So does everybody understand that first I create a folder called Verizon Wireless, then I have main page, store locator link, and under this I have valid, invalid, blank, and choose state.
Under the main folder, you have to open all this main page or this is a separate folder.
I'm going to tell you right now, just understand this and then we'll go to Quality Center. So here, this is one requirement which is going to be under the Verizon Wireless. This is another requirement which is going to be under the Verizon Wireless folder. This is another requirement which is going to be under the Verizon Wireless folder. Now this requirement, report valid, is going to be under this. It's not going to be under the Verizon Wireless folder. Does it make sense? Again, this requirement is under yes. Again, this is created under this and this is created under this. So what is the structure that structure that you should be able to see when you are going ahead and creating this thing? This first, you should have Verizon Wireless, and under Verizon Wireless, you will have the main page. Under Verizon Wireless, you will have the store locator. Under Verizon Wireless, you will have the store locator link. Under store locator link, you will have valid. Under this, you will have invalid. And under this, you will have and choose state. Will you send notes for this Verizon Wireless? What notes do you need for Verizon Wireless? This you can jot down. Whatever I write by pen, you will not get. You can jot down this if you want. This is how the structure should look. If your structure does not look like this, that means there is some problem. Jot down from my screen, Aditi. Now those who are main requirement. So if you look at the screen here, can you see, once you created the folder, this is your new requirement. So you are creating, everything is, this is not main, this is your new requirement. I'm going to do everything what I'm saying. My virtual machine is not turning on. So that's why I said anything related to the installation, Jyoti, you'll have to get it sorted by the technical team. So maybe try to see what I'm doing. I will repeat everything tomorrow. Are you able to understand what's happening? Are you able to understand? Quality center? Then you go ahead and sit with somebody at the back. Please accommodate them at the back and please let them sit with you so that we don't miss out on anything. Those who are online, are you able to understand till this point? Those who are online. Jyoti, you are not able to understand the concept or you are not able to understand because your machine is not working. Jyoti, there are two Jyoti there. One is J-O-T-I. Okay, now let me go back to the tool. Okay guys, listen one thing very carefully. Listen something very carefully. When I want a requirement to be created under a particular requirement. So if I have the Verizon Wireless here, and I want the requirement to be created under it. So the folder that has to be selected is the, guys don't talk otherwise you will not understand anything what is happening. Listen and then I will give you 10 minutes to do whatever you want to do and I'll come back to everybody's seat and I'll help you out. Those who are online, I will help you also, but you have to concentrate and listen. I think half of you are busy opening your quality center right now. Just stop whatever you are doing and listen to this. So here, what I'm trying to tell you is that this is the structure. I'm going to come to it, Sajanya, how to create a folder. Right now, we're just doing the concept. Then I'm going to do quality center. I'm going to show it to you at least 3 to 4 times till you tell me to stop showing it to you. So listen carefully. This is Verizon Wireless main folder that you are going to create. How will you create a folder? I'll tell you this. Now, under this, you are going to create 3 requirements. Verizon Wireless store locator and store locator link. So when you have to create this main page under the Verizon Wireless, make sure this folder is selected. And now for version 10, there is a folder called requirement. So obviously this Verizon Wireless has to be created under this. So this folder has to be selected. So now what am I going to do is first I'm going to select the requirement folder. I'm going to create only one requirement, which is the Verizon Wireless. I'm going to create one folder which is called the Verizon Wireless, and in that I'm going to create only one requirement which is main page. So look carefully on my screen, and if you don't understand, I will do it again. So here, this is the requirement folder here. For those who are on version 9, you don't have to select it or you don't have to do anything. You don't have to create a new folder. If you are version 9, you can directly create your requirement called as the Verizon Wireless main page. So what am I going to do? I'm going to create a new folder. So I click on the new folder. Some of you will say that my requirement, this new folder is not highlighted. If you select requirement, only then will this new folder be highlighted. So you click on the new requirement and then you type here Verizon Wireless Ritu, and today's date is 18th June. So 18th June. So what am I doing? I am creating a. So what did I do? Selection is very important. This is for version 10, okay? I selected the requirement folder. Then I created a new folder and I named it as Verizon Wireless Ritu 18th June, and now I'm going to click on the OK button. So I'm going to go back to my tool where I was and I'm going to click on OK. So yeah. So here for 10, can you see Verizon Wireless Ritu 18 June created? So till now, what portion have I been able to do? I have been able to do this portion that I selected the requirements and I created this Verizon Wireless folder. Here, now I'm going to go ahead and under this create the main page. So if I have to create this main page, what folder should be selected? Verizon Wireless. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to make sure this is selected and then I'm going to click on the new requirement. So I come back to my notepad. I'm going to make sure that the Verizon Wireless, or let me say the same name, I'm going to make sure that folder so and so is selected and then I'm going to click
अरे
on
तीर लेको
the
పడిందట
requirement and I'm going to create a requirement or I'm going to add a requirement for the main page. What happened?
ఇది బ్రేక్
అవలేదు ఇంకా అవలేదు
Log in.
అలాగే ఏమైనా పెట్టండి వేసి తింటారు
Yeah, Verizon 9 has themes like product priority and so on. I'm coming to that picture.
You want
So
to
we come here. I selected this. Now I'm going to click on the new requirement. The minute I click on the new requirement, it says what is the requirement type, functional, guidance, non-functional, quality, whatever it is. Now from where are you getting these values? All this can be customized. So when you join an organization, you might only see functional and non-functional here. So this can be customized by the project manager. So I'm going to select functional and what is the requirement name? Verizon Wireless main page. So and I'm going to click on OK. Before I click on OK, the minute I go ahead and do this, I click on the new requirement, I get a dialog box where I select the requirement as functional. So a dialog box opens. A dialog box opens and what is this dialog box? It's called create new requirement. So now I go ahead and it's a dialog box opens and the name of the dialog box is create new requirement. And then here what do? I enter the requirement type. I select it as the functional and then I select the requirement name and I call it as Verizon Wireless main page. And then I click on the OK button. Now once I click on the OK button, another screen opens up. Now this screen, whatever is in red, is mandatory. The rest of the things, even if you don't fill it up, it is okay. So what is the priority? That means whatever requirement I am writing here, when should this requirement be implemented? Now, later, it can wait for the later releases. So the priority is high. I want it done in the next few releases. What is the name of the product? What is the name of the product? Obviously, the name of the product should be Verizon Wireless, but this is a dummy project, right? So here I'm just going to go ahead and say sample project. Who is the author? When it was modified, it is not reviewed cycle 1, and then in cycle 1 the dates will be there. I'll show you this. Yeah.
Actually, I got when I click on the new one, I got
Yeah, because 9 you will get this page directly. So 9 you just go ahead and write everything directly. Yes. Other all details. So here you will get that screen directly. So you will write Verizon Wireless. You will write all these things, and right now just let the rest of the things be blank for the point right now. Now what is this description of this requirement? Yeah, so I go ahead and say that I type www.verizonwireless. So in the description, I'm going to write everything. I'm going to write the entire requirement here. So what is the entire requirement? Type www.verizon.com in the browser, and the main page should open. The main page will open. This is the requirement for the Verizon Wireless main page. So let me go back to my screen here. I come back here. So now a dialog box opens. I clicked on the OK button. Then I have another screen that opens. What is the name of the screen? New requirement. This opens. Now I entered the priority. I enter the priority. So what is the priority that I enter? It depends on the release. Depends on the release. So you can go ahead and enter it high, and then you enter the name of the product. So name of the product, in this case I'm taking it as a project sample. Now there is something known as a direct covered status. At this point the direct covered status is no run. That means this requirement has not been run at this point of time. You just created it. How can you run the requirement, right? When you create the test cases for this and when you execute the test cases for this, this direct requirement, this direct covered status will be a run status. So we will come to all this slowly. No hurry. We will do it once again. And then I'm going to enter the description. No, because it is not mandatory, you don't have to write. So enter the description. I want you to write complete description of the requirement. So you write this and then you click on the submit button. Mercury, yeah, just select Mercury. It's okay. So if you are Banana Mercury project sample, they can select anything. Select anything, guys. Select anything. It doesn't make a difference. Name of the project right now, you can just go ahead and select anything. Okay, so select anything here. File, save as, desktop, class size, quality. Quality center requirement. And then you click on the submit button. The minute I click on the submit button, it opens up, but right now I'm just going to go ahead and close it. Now can you see the structure here? Under Verizon Wireless main page, I have the main page requirement. So can you see this? Till this structure is done. This structure is done. Now I have to create the store locator. So what should be selected for the store locator?
Under the Verizon Wireless, you have to create one more new requirement.
Yes. Yes.
Store locator.
So please understand that I am not going to select this main page. Because if I select the main page, the requirement will be created under the main page. I need the requirement to be created under Verizon Wireless. So I'm going to go go back to Quality Center. I'm going to go back to Quality Center, and here I'm going to go ahead and select Verizon Wireless 18. So here I'm going to select this. Again, I'm going to click on the new requirement. Now the name of this is going to be Verizon Wireless Store Locator. I'm going to click on OK. I'm going to enter the priority as high. I'm going to go ahead and enter the project as product as sample. Then what is the description here?
When the main page clicks, the store locator.
On the main page, store locator option should be seen under which tab? No, it was not Verizon Wireless. There is some other name for it. Let's just open the requirement so that we don't type anything wrong. Let's call it as the store locator. So what is this requirement here? Now, let's open the main requirement. Store locator functionality appears on the top menu of the home page of VerizonWireless.com. So, store locator option or store locator functionality appears on the store locator appears on the top menu. Appears on the top menu of the home page of Verizon Wireless, and then I click on the submit button. Now I have version 10. Aditi, I have version 10. Now till now, is it clear? Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete this folder. I'm going to go ahead and delete this folder, and I'm going to do everything again. I've deleted the folder. We are back to square one from where we started. Let's go back all over again. Can I have some feedback from the people who are online? I don't know anything what's happening. Are you able to understand? 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 I'll do it. Are you able to understand? Three people at the back? Yes. So I have a question. For the main page, there is for me, there is a separate requirement. For the second requirement, I have to make a new requirement here. There won't be any third requirement or no. That child requirement will come when you do the store locator link. Then it will come. Moses, are you able to understand? Okay, fine. If you get stuck, then you let me know. So only 3 people understand online. The rest of you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm going to assume that. Those who are able to understand, create the structure. Those who are able to understand, please create the structure. Verizon Wireless main page, store locator link, store locator link. Valid, invalid, blank. Try to do it. If you don't understand, stay with me. I'm going to do everything again.
ఈ కాలేజీలో ఎట్టనో అర్థమైంది.
So this is the notepad that I have, and this is what I'm going to refer to.
యాక్చువల్గా నువ్వు కదా అటెండ్ అయ్యేది నేను కాదు. నేను ఓన్లీ ఉత్తరం సైడ్.
Are you able to do it on the 9th version? I'm taking second okay, so one thing, I'm going to share your screen with everybody because there is a confusion because I have 10 who have 9. So what is the computer, the thing that I have to go ahead and share? You're logged in
ఫస్ట్
as?
వినండి, మీరు కూడా చేయొద్దండి.
No, I am logging today.
చెప్పేది ఫస్ట్ వినండి, మీరు అసలు ఏది చేయొద్దు. తర్వాత మీరు
ఎప్పుడో చేయాలని
అర్థమైంది లేదా చెప్పండి. ఆమె ఎరేజ్ చేసేసింది. ఏమంటుందంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏం చెయ్యొద్దు, మీరు ఫస్ట్ లిసన్ కేర్ఫుల్ అంటే మొత్తం ఆపేయండి. అందుకే తర్వాత వీడియో పెట్టుకుని చేయొచ్చు నిదానంగా మనం. చేయాల్సినప్పుడు అది ఓపెన్ చేయండి.
Lakshmi, Dhyan, Aditi, can you unmute me? Aditi, even if I unmute you, I cannot hear you. I have unmuted you. Please talk, Aditi. I have unmuted you, Aditi. I need you to talk.
అండి మనకంత కొంచెం బిర్యానీ వేసి సైడ్కి ఆనియన్స్ వేసి 2 పెరుగు వేసుకుంటాం.
Today we will be doing only the requirements part.
Kitchen.
Nothing else.
ఇచ్చేటట్లేదు.
So if you're able, Aditi, you are unmuted and I cannot hear you.
ఆనియన్స్ అన్నీ అందులోనే ఉన్నాయి, అన్నీ కట్ చేసి పెట్టాను. ఆమె ఇచ్చేట్లేదు ఈరోజు.
So by the end of the class, you should be able to show me this structure. This structure I should be able to see. Yeah.
Create a new folder with a requirement of change with Verizon. With your name on it. You click on that folder again, open it, and then create the
We are not linking anything to anything. You are just going to look at my screen, I'm doing everything again. I cannot do anything. Okay, Aditi? But Aditi, Aditi, I'm repeating everything again. Aditi, I'm repeating everything again. Now, everybody, those who are in version 10, look at my screen 9. She's logging on and she'll do it for everybody again. So, click on the requirements folder. Click on the new folder and create a folder called Verizon Wireless Ritu 18th June. Click on OK. So here the folder has been created. Now I need to create some requirements under this folder. So I'm going to select this Verizon Wireless folder and then I'm going to click on the new requirement. Once I click on the new requirement, the requirement that I'm going to create is Verizon Wireless main page. So Verizon Wireless main page. I click on OK. Now here it is asking me to enter the details for the requirement. At this point of time, I'm entering the priority. That is as per the release. The name of the product can be anything. And then I type the description here. So the description for the Verizon Wireless requirement is enter the URL. Enter the URL. So Janya, just wait for version 9. I'm going to come to 9 version. So Janya, just wait for version 9. Enter the URL www.verizonwireless.com.
అది మన 9 అంటే
The main
మన 9
page
అంటే వర్షన్
open, and then I click on submit. I say the direct status as no run, and I said submit. Similarly, now again I want to create another requirement. If you talk, then I have to speak really loudly, and my throat goes. I select this folder again, and then again I click on new requirement. Why? Because I want the next requirement also to be created under the Verizon Wireless. I click on this, I come here, I say Verizon Wireless store locator, and I click on OK. Then again, I click on the priority as high as per the release. Product name, I can say anything I want to. Direct covered status at this point, no run. That means this requirement has not been executed at this point of time. And here in description, again, I write the same thing. That store locator functionality appears on the top menu of the homepage of VerizonWireless.com. So store locator functionality appears on the top menu of the Verizon Wireless main page, and I click on submit. So again, under Verizon Wireless main page 218, I have created 2 requirements. If I want to create another one, which is store locator link, Again, I'm going to click on this. I'm going to call it Verizon Wireless Store Locator link. And I'm going to click on OK. Then I'm going to fill up all the descriptions. I'm going to do the product, select the product. I'm going to write all the description which I'm not writing at this point of time. I will do it later. And I'll click on submit and I'll close this. So can you see 3 requirements under this? Now I need to create a requirement under the store locator link. Valid, invalid, blank. So what should be selected? Verizon Wireless 18th June or Verizon Wireless store locator link? Yes. So under this you will create 4 more requirements. Now is the structure clear? You are logged on? Namrata. Let me go ahead and Namrata. I'm going to make her the presenter. She will share and she will do it for the accept the thing. Everybody see her screen?
What's going on top of me?
Okay, I'm making the 3rd requirement now, and it's called store locator link. So under the name, I've written Verizon Wireless store locator link _ my name,
So okay, go.
and then I've set the priority as high, and the product is Mercury Tools Administrator, and the type of this is functional. In the description, I will write. So on the main page, once we see the store locator, we have to click on that link. I need to see the requirement. Requirement? Yeah. I'll read the requirement.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the requirement is click on the store locator link. Click on the store locator link. Okay. Click on the store locator link. The store locator dialog box opens. Enter the text box. Enter the text box. Choose state drop down. Just a minute. With enter zip code text box, choose state drop down. Choose a state drop down and find store button. Okay. So I typed that and I'm submitting the requirement. Now just show the structure to everybody and once again just explain what you have done. With first requirement? First requirement I did it again because mine has done the same thing when I did. Everything came under the Mercury application. So now I'm creating my own. So no, this is not correct. Can you see all this is coming separate? Yeah, that's what. So for this, I think when you give the new requirement, you call it as the Verizon Wireless, and under that you create new requirement. And you'll see. So for creating that folder Verizon Wireless, right? Let me come to your screen. Okay. Pull another chair for you. So here what we have to do is let's go ahead and once again for those who are on 9 create a new requirement.
They have to make a child requirement.
Under this.
Yeah, and under this requirement, then we have to make separate child requirement.
Let's see how it's done. So we can't create a folder. So first we created the main requirement. So the main requirement can be called as the main page. And under this,
We have to create a
let's do it once again. So let's go ahead and create a new requirement. And let's call it as your Verizon Wireless main page. Just let's now under this with our Verizon Wireless store locator. Store locator, tab. Is this?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, right now just looking at completed. Let me see the structure first. Now you have to click on this again and then create another
Child requirement.
For this we created a child requirement.
Yeah.
What if I create another requirement under
It
this?
will come under this. It will make a separate requirement. Child requirement.
Yes.
Store locator.
Yes.
So for this store locator,
Then you select this and put child requirement under that.
yeah, for the link is
So main page, and then this is your
now link we are making the
store locator link. Clarity is medium, type is functional, product is whatever, and then this is the store locator link, and if I commit this. Now under this I create another child requirement. So under this I have 3 child requirements. This is my valid zip code.
The requirement is the child for the user. The requirement needs to be valid, invalid, and blank.
Yeah.
It should not be so located only valid like that.
You can say zip code valid, zip code invalid, and zip code blank. So this is for my valid zip code. And then I click on submit. Right, so this is the way it should be done. So those who are online, could you see for 9 what we did? So for the Verizon Wireless main page, you created it as the
main
requirement, and under that you selected and created a child requirement, and then you created another child requirement by selecting the Verizon Wireless main page. You called it as store locator. Now you select the store locator and you make another child requirement. So under store locator you should have 4 child requirements. So is this clear to everybody? It's okay, I can't. It creates some kind of a nuisance because everybody is on the same system. So if you go that because I created an I told that if you're able to understand right what is there.
Okay, I'm only taking notes.
So store locator, what is again this creating one. It's the actual one. Enter, if you enter valid this more pages and edit. Wait for this. Wait for this. Show me the structure. Horizon value, source locator name, pages. Source locator. What do you enter again? My name. Oh, you don't need to put, you just need to put it for the main folder. You don't need to put it for everything. But it's source locator. We edit the source locator. Link. You want to version? Then there is a link. And there is a selected. I don't know how you do it. Now close this. Close this here. Then you create all of those and try it. Got it? Okay, wait, one more. Yeah. Just check whether I want. Okay,
Task Raju and
the main page and the source locator. Folder, main page and the source locator.
you don't want them in this connection, how you want to
We should do it from the beginning. This is how see, you don't need to create this folder again. Okay. Please remember that under this, the way you created main page, okay, same you will create source locator. You don't have to have this as another folder. Okay. Okay. So let's just correct. So select Horizon Writer your name folder, and then you click on new requirement. Okay, not folder. Yeah. Absolutely correct. Horizon Wireless, main page, store locator link, valid, invalid, and then choose state. One more. Over here. You put your name. No, now under this, you create your Horizon Wireless first locator. Yeah. Now you come under that. This is the and then now you from here and typing right and wireless.
అని కూర్చోమన్నా
And then your name.
They got it! They got it! They got it!
take off your clothes first.
And then you click version 9. Are you able to get the requirement part? Okay, now you have changed the date. So you click that one. Are you guys able to just mute me from I'm not able to I have a man one minute, wait. Okay, so those who are version 9 and version 10, are you able to do it or not able to do it? Can everybody give me a status so that those who are stuck, I can go ahead and help you out? So if you need help, let me know on the chat box.
Good thanks.
Okay, Aditi, I'm going to go ahead and help you. Is there anybody else other than Aditi who needs help? Is there anybody else other than Aditi who needs help?
9 ఒకసారి
I'm good thanks అమ్మ ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పింది ఒకసారి
Sujanya needs help.
10 2 times చెప్పింది 9 ఒకసారి
Who else? Aditi, Sujanya. These things I'm putting it on the chat box, guys. This I'm putting it on the chat box so that you know the steps. Okay, Aditi, I'm going to make you the presenter. You go ahead and share your screen. This is exactly step by step of what you have to do. And I put it on the chat box. Please copy and paste it and save your machine. Yeah, you are going to share the screen, Aditi, once I make you the presenter, and then Sojanya, I'm going to come to you after Aditi. Aditi, you are the presenter. Share your screen. Where is your quality center, Aditi?
What? Yeah.
ఎంత చెప్తాడు
Yeah.
ఇంకో రైట్
Open your quality center, Aditi. Aditi, 1 minute, Aditi. The quality center is not installed on your machine. For this, I cannot help you, Aditi.
You
For
first
this,
go and
you
find
have to
him. He'll
speak
come.
to the technical team. I can help you if quality center is installed on your machine. So under description, we are supposed to write what we are going to test here, right? The complete requirement. We have to write the yes. But not the data what you enter, everything, all that is also. It will come. It will come. I'll tell you. So you are going to write everything. No, not the data. Therefore, no, not the test data. Just the requirement. So we have to make the requirement for valid functionality to test the valid functionality of the code locator. Whatever is the requirement, copy paste with the expected result. Aditi, I can see a folder here called downloaded machines. Don't go to this, Aditi, leave it. Close it, Aditi. Close it, Aditi. Now come here and type QC Explorer. Here in the search, where there is search, type QC Explorer. Come down, right, next to this, right, no, yeah, right. Yeah, type here QC Explorer. QC
Coming. You got to eat lunch.
Explorer.
I want to eat lunch first.
Space Explorer.
They are not.
No, it's not downloaded, Aditi.
Finishes lunch.
It's not downloaded. No, this you are searching the web. It's not there on your machine, Aditi. Did you try to open it? Could you open it on Thursday when it was installed, Aditi?
You don't need him. You can go in the store.
Aditi, I'm going to make myself the presenter. 1 minute, Aditi. I'll tell you what needs to be done.
Wait, I'm coming.
So if you see here, Aditi, I go to search and I type here QC Explorer. Can you
దానికి కూడా
see
వేసుకుని
this?
పెట్ట ఒకటి సరే
This is a desktop app. You should be able to see this, Aditi. So that means, how did you open it that day?
I think they will
Because
Sorry,
if
sorry.
it is related to the
Sorry.
installation, and he said QC is successfully installed, that's okay. Did you open it, Aditi?
Butter chicken వేసుకుంటాడు
Did you
వాడు.
see this main screen? Could you see this main screen that day? You have to install it properly, Aditi. It's not installed. So, Janya, I'm going to make you the presenter. Yeah, so if you could not see the screen, Aditi, that means it's not installed.
You need butter chicken in your rice, only biryani.
That means you have to get it installed. So, Janya, I've shared your screen. Where do you exactly need help? I've unmuted you. You can talk.
ఇది కూడా బిర్యానీ
Now, I have created this Verizon voice. Why want you to talk? So, Janya.
అన్న అక్కడ కూర్చోమనండి దీనికి కూడా బిర్యానీ పెరిగి తీసి పెట్టు
Yeah, you need to install it again, Aditi. You have to take their help.
అది కూడా తింటాను చెప్పమని పెడతాను.
బయట తింటానని అడగను బయట
Sit down, sir. You can sit anywhere and eat. I don't care.
Okay, maybe Sujanya, I cannot hear you, but you can hear me, so I'll tell you what you have to do. So here now you're going to again click on the Verizon Wireless main page requirement, yes, and click on the child requirement.
Sit there and eat. Go.
No, not this. Click on the Verizon Wireless And now type here Verizon Wireless Store Locator. Verizon Wireless Store Locator. Store Locator. Now give the priority as high. Click on the product. Give the product name. Anything, yes. Go to type. Say functional. And then click on submit. No, write the description here. It's okay. It's okay. Now go to store locator link. Yes. Under this, click on the child requirement. Child requirement. Go up. Go up. Yes, child requirement. Now write here zip code valid. Zip code valid. Now type the priority. Type it as high. Go to the, type functional. Go to the product. Type, select anything. Now here you have to write the description, Sajanya, before you submit. So what was the requirement for zip code valid? So the requirement was enter zip code valid. Type here. Enter zip code valid. Click on the Find Store button. Click on the Find Store button. The results should be displayed in the below format. The results should be displayed in the below format. Address, format, address, no, you're typing correct only. In the below format, after that address. After format.
You think I see that? What?
Address,
Okay, UIFHER.
comma, work hours,
That's what you do. That's
work hours, featured services, FEATURED, featured services, comma, workshop links, LINKS, yes, and now you submit. So now similarly, Sajanya, you will do it again, you will select Verizon Wireless Store Locator link, and again you will click on the child requirement. Again you will do it for zip code invalid, you will do it for zip code blank, and then you're going to do it for choose state. I hope that is clear now, so I'm going to make myself the presenter. Yeah, Aditi, reinstall it and then I can help you. Now, is there anybody else online who would like to go ahead and show their work, or if you need any help?
Yeah.
You want help, Jyoti? Okay, Jyoti, I'm going to make you the presenter.
Jyoti.
Jyoti, I made you the presenter. Please share your screen.
ఎవరిది?
Got you.
Those who are sitting here, are you able to do it? Everybody?
Jyoti కూడా ఉంది.
Okay, now where are you? Go to requirement, go to view. Now click on the requirement tree. Go down, down. Yes, requirement tree. Yeah, click on this. Now go up. No, wait. Jyoti, wait. First, can you see the main requirement folder? listen to the instructions. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. Can you talk? Can you talk? I have unmuted you.
Where is that new requirement folder? I didn't get it.
Okay, Jyoti, do one thing, scroll up. Can you see on the right hand side? Can you scroll up to the top of this page? Up, totally up. Yes, keep going up.
Okay.
More. More, Jyoti, more. More, Jyoti.
It's loading slowly.
More, Jyoti.
Yes, I move cursor. Yep. Okay.
Yes, now this is the folder that I'm talking about. Now click on the new folder. New folder.
This one?
Click on the new folder, yes.
Okay.
Now, right here, Verizon Wireless. Your name.
Okay. And 18th.
Yes, and click on OK. Now, just scroll a little bit down, you will be able to see the folder that you have created. Yes. Now click on the new requirement.
You want to sit inside?
Click on the new requirement. Yes. Now call this as Verizon Wireless main page.
She don't want to. Oh.
Now here, type the priority as high. Select the priority as high. Select the product. Select it. It's a drop down. Yes, select it. Anything, project sample. Now here, go down in the description. Type here what was the main page requirement. Type www.verizonwireless.com. The main page should open. Not bw.com. In the requirement, we cannot take a shortcut. It has to be the whole thing. Now submit. Now close this. Now again click on Verizon Wireless Jyoti 18 June. Now click on new requirement. Now call it Verizon Wireless Store Locator. Now type all the details here. Now close it. Now again select Verizon Wireless Jyoti 18 June. Verizon Wireless. Now click on new requirement. Now type here Verizon Wireless Store Locator link. I'll tell you, Aditi, what you have to check in Quality Center. Give me a minute, I'll tell you. Type here all the details for the requirement store locator link.
రాజు డోర్ అంతా తీసొచ్చు చూడు. ఏ రాజు డోర్ అంతా తీసొచ్చు.
Oh, I got it, Ritu. Thank you.
Jyoti, right now you're writing half the requirements. I'm okay with
Daddy,
that, but later
hey,
you have to do
Daddy.
everything. No, close
Watch
this.
this,
Yeah, correct. Now right here, valid. No, it's correct. Don't close it. Okay. Select show locator link. Now type on new. Click on new requirement. Now type here valid zip code. Now I'm going to go ahead and make Victor the presenter. Jyoti, I think you got the hang of it now.
Yes, thank you,
So
thank you.
Victor, I'm going to go ahead and make you the presenter. I've made you the presenter, Victor. Please share your screen.
You're fine. These are not your friend.
Share your screen, Victor.
Mama.
Can you watch me come right now?
Victor, share your screen. I cannot see your screen. Now I can.
You're coming?
Yes, it is correct. It's correct, Victor. Victor, it is correct.
పడుతావు నువ్వు ఇట్లా నువ్వు గ్రౌండెడ్ చేసేస్తాను.
Is there anybody else who wants me to
డోర్
check
స్టాండ్ అవుతుంది.
their screen?
ఎవరు డాడీ వచ్చి
Is there anybody else who needs help online?
గ్రౌండ్ వస్తాడు.
Anybody who needs help online? This is how your screen should look like.
One more rice?
This is how your screen should look like, guys. If your screen is not looking like this, that means there is a problem here.
Butter chicken is good, na?
అయింది. వాక్
Aditi, are you there? Aditi, are you there? Okay, Aditi, when you are able to see this Quality Explorer, see my screen, Aditi. When you are able to see this, you type here on search and you are able to see this Quality Explorer, and you click on this.
Don't do anything, just go sit back.
There will be a link, username and password, and you should be able to connect
Don't
to
do
this
anything,
Quality
just
Center.
it's just a flight, you just do it, it will go away.
Guys, this is how your screen should look like. Verizon Wireless Savita G. Not everybody.
Fly don't bite you. It don't bite you, you're fine. They're just flying by, that's all, they don't do anything.
You entered the requirement, you have
Don't do
entered.
anything, even if it comes out, it's only you don't do anything. It's kind of like a tag. You can't do anything. You're fine, don't worry. You're fine, don't worry. I'm telling you, you're okay. Nothing happened. You see Oprah, wait.
Something like this, if you want to open the Quality Center, you should be able to see this on your screen. This, you see, the minute I do it, I'm able to see this desktop app. I will download again today, so please show the page for the requirement so that I can copy it. I was unable to do it before. You are talking about this? Are you talking about this, Soma? This is already on the chat box. I'm copy pasting it again from the chat box if this is what you want.
And phone charging అయిపోయింది. And phone charging అయిపోయింది. Yes.
How to edit the description? Okay, how to edit? Everybody look here. If you want to edit something that you already entered, so you just need to go ahead and go to that requirement and press the enter button. The screen opens and then you can change whatever you want. There is nothing such as editing. Change it and click on the OK button, it will save it. You getting up?
Let me fix it.
Stop fixing it. So then you have to go ahead and check with them. They will shut that firewall. These are the steps for quality center. These are steps for creating the requirements in the quality center RCC. Jyoti, is it clear now how to edit the description? Online, does anybody need my help with the requirements? Can you at least type yes, no, so that I know what's happening? Does anybody need help?
No.
ఇదిగో మధ్య
Better to
I'm good,
copy
thank
paste
you.
the
I'm
idea
good,
from the
thank you.
requirement and put it there by use your brain. Requirement came to you in the requirement document. You're putting it here. Tell your business
Good, thank you.
analyst will do it. If the business analyst does
Chat
not
box
do it,
వాళ్ళకి వస్తుంది అందరి పేర్లు మనకు రావు
this requirement
నీకు కూడా వస్తున్నాయి అందరి పేర్లు
document, which I
చూసావా
shared with you.
ఆమె స్క్రీన్ అది
అది ఆందోళన
Yeah.
దాంట్లో
నిద్ర వచ్చి మీరు
Yeah.
ఆమె చెప్పిందిగా
ఆమె స్క్రీన్
Okay, I'll do it after we log out of the web.
నెక్స్ట్ వాళ్ళ
Okay. You decide and let me know. You can check mine. Okay, Sayyid, I'll make you the presenter.
బాగా నేర్చుకున్నారు ఇవన్నీ బ్లాక్ చేయడం ఫస్ట్లోనే
I made you the presenter, Sayyid. Share your screen. Yes, you are on the still track, Joyous. I'll tell you how you can change that covered status. I will explain it to you. Give me a minute. I'll tell you. I'll clear that doubt. Sayyid, now, Joyce, I'm going to make myself the presenter. Okay, now coming to two doubts that are there. First doubt is after creating my requirements, I'm getting my covered status as whatever. So can you see here, Joyce, for this store locator link, it is not covered. So I click here, I go back here and I change the covered status to no run. And I click on OK. Can you see now it has become no run? Is it clear now, Joyce? Okay, now coming to your question, from where do you get the requirements? From where do you type the description? So here I go to Verizon Wireless main page, I click on the enter button here. So do you remember that when we created an RTM, we broke down the requirements into different requirements? So this Verizon Wireless main page, enter the URL www.verizonwireless.com, the main page should open. I got it from this screen. In this screen, the requirement, obviously if it is www.verizonwireless.com, so I have to create a requirement for this. Then, if I go down, can you see the store locator? First, can you see this, that the store locator functionality appears on the top menu of the homepage of the verizonwireless.com? So this is my second requirement. Then I click on this and the screen opens. That is my third requirement. So from where am I getting it? I'm getting it from here only. Then click on the store locator. The store locator dialog box opens with an enter zip code text box, choose state drop box and the find store button. Then the next requirement under that is enter valid zip code. The store details are not displayed and all the fields are reset. That's also the description you got it from here. Then the next description is enter zip code. Valid zip code, click on the find store button. The following results should be displayed in the below format: address, work hours, featured services, workshop link. So this also you got it from here. Next requirement, blank zip code. Enter blank zip code. The store locator details are not displayed and the fields are reset. That also you got from here. Then now instead of enter zip code, select a state. Select a state, click on find store to display the results in the below format: address, work hours, feature services, workshop links. So everything you got from this document. So the description of everything you get it from here. You are not going to write it. This is written by the business analyst. The business analyst is going to meet the client. He's going to interact with the client. Then what do you want the store locator to do? So the client is going to tell him and he's going to create this document. This document will be shared with you and the developer. The developer is going to do coding on the basis of this document. You are going to write the test cases on the basis of this document. Yeah, you have to break it into simpler requirements the way we broke up. That first it's the main page, then it's the store locator, then it's the store locator link, and then under the store locator link, valid, invalid, blank, and choose. But information you will get it from here. Okay, let's take a break for 10 minutes and come back. Any doubts online? No break today. Tomorrow what we are going to do? Tomorrow we are going to go ahead and I will do the requirement once again. If you are stuck, you can see it. If you are not, then you sleep off, I'll wake you up. Then we are going to start with the test plan. No, we can't. We'll do it tomorrow. So we are going to start with the test plan. We are going to learn how to create the test cases. And then we are going to create the test cases. That how do you actually create the test cases? I'm going to tell you that. How do you actually go ahead and map the requirements with the test cases? We are going to do that also. Yeah, you can. All of you can create the requirements for the Gmail as homework. You will send quality center. In quality center. Do it. So then we are going to learn how to how we can map it with the requirements. And if there is time, I will show you how to execute also. And if you think it's too much of information, then I will not. It depends on how you are picking up. I can show it to you, and then next week we can go ahead and log a defect in quality center. And we will start with SQL.
So that's why we can go through.
Email and the backup.
All the requirements are with you. Everything is with you. Open your email and check. Yes, online. Any doubts? Anything I can help you with? Or can I go ahead and log out of the webinar? Okay, Soma. Aditi, try to install it and try to do the requirements for Gmail, everybody at home on Quality Center. Tomorrow we are going to start with the test cases. That is the test plan module. And then we'll do the test lab also if we are able to, if all of you are able to pick it up. Yeah.
Why is such a hurry? No, it's fine.
Then we can finish it. It's good. See, edit data, you are editing data, Jyoti. When you go ahead and click on the Verizon Wireless main page, and the main page should open. If you go ahead and click it, it should edit it. Which other data are you talking about here? Others data. Please don't try to change others data. Don't change others data. Just go ahead and change yours. Please don't change somebody else's data because they might create it and it might get deleted by mistake, then it will be a problem. See, I made the changes here and the changes are updated. So that is it for today. I'm not teaching anything else. And tomorrow we'll start with the test plan. If you have any doubts, please go ahead and ask me. You guys do one thing, all of you sit outside and chit chat. That is chit chatting with you. Chit chatting about white box and black box. सारा आज ही पढ़ लो, कल के कुछ मत छोड़ो. Okay guys, I'm going to log out of the webinar. Thank you so much.
Last week, Saturday,
Thank you guys. Let's meet tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I might be 5 minutes here and there because there is another session before you, which is 11 to 12, but don't go anywhere, okay? Wait for me, I'll be there. Thank you, Dan. If you need any more information, you let me know. Okay, guys? Thank you. Thank you. So, homework is given, right? Yes.
ఈ ఆర్డర్ నాకు చూసుకో చేసి బౌల్ ఇస్తాడు చికెన్ అక్కడ పెట్టే కదా ఏ లోపల వచ్చేయండి
Guess what? I just killed 2 flies.
You okay? okay, Raj? What are you doing in there? Done? Are you done yet? Okay, do you have the phone with you? Do you have your phone with you? Are you sure? Okay, then. Come on fast, baby, want to go. Raj is in there, you gotta wait. Maybe 5 minutes.
దేనికని 1.5 కాదు
దా ఇక్కడ 2 అంట దా ఫోన్ లేదా తొందరగా వస్తారా You gonna want to eat this? You gonna wait until you're done with poo-poo or pee-pee? You doing pee-pee or poo-poo? Pee-pee. Alright, wait. Who is that?
అండ్ అది రెడీనా బయట చెక్కలు తెలిపారా బయట చెక్కలు రెడీనా
రెడీ ఎట్లా ఉంటుంది ఓకే
నాకు తిప్పుతానని పోయేదా
లేదు ఉన్నదానికే వేసి వచ్చా ఓకే గో దాన్ని పీపీ ఇక్కడ తీసుకున్నాను
Daddy, take me.
ఏ పోవే పో
Daddy, you take me.
పోవే నేను ఇక్కడ రైస్ తినిపిస్తున్నా కదా నువ్వు పో మమ్మీ దగ్గరికి నా చేతులను మళ్ళీ మురికి అవుతాయి పో
దాదా తొందరగా బేసి
గో
సేవ్ చేయండి ఆ వీడియో
ఓకే
ఫోన్ ఆఫ్ చేసేసి పిఎన్ పక్కనే ఉంది పద కిలో అయ్యి
No, she wants you to come in the swimming pool.
On the pool?
Yeah.
I'd rather go on the surface.
Oh. No, it is what it is.
I'll go with the sound. I hear buzzing.
What type of buzz?
Bee buzzing.
Maybe it is somewhere around.
Don't shout! You're too loud. Hey, come on.
Raj is coming, go.
Oh, you come on here and watch us.
Okay.
Daddy's watching from inside. No, he watching from outside. But I'm watching you. Right? Right? Don't gas me. I'm not.
Morning, baby. Raj, baby. One in the water, baby.
Dad, you have a cake up here. Dad, too, you forgot. Come on. Come on. Just come on.
Look at your band button, please. Hey. లేదు వచ్చేసింది వచ్చేసింది
Dad, you put the cake up your clothes. No. Take off your clothes. No, take off your shirt. Please. Please. Not now.
ఓ
Now?
ఏమైనా చెక్కలు తిప్పుతారా తిప్పేస్తారా ఏదో ఆరిపోయింది కదా నాకు ఇప్పుడు ఆ?
వెళ్ళి చూడు జ్యోతి ఏళ్ళు పెట్టి తెలుసుగా
మరి చేతికి అయితే
వెళ్ళి చూడు చూసి వచ్చినాక అప్డేట్ ఇస్తాం Yeah. Click on it.
ఆగు వెయిట్ నేను తెస్తాను స్మాల్ కూడా ఉండాలి గాగుల్ సరే స్మాల్ గాగుల్స్ ఉండాలి లేదా స్మాల్ కూడా ఉండాలి ఏమైంది పైన ఎక్కడ చూసినా ఎక్కడ ఎక్కడ చూసాను రా ఎక్కడ ఉంది ఇదో క్యాచ్ లెఫ్ట్ తీయేస్తా నీ లెఫ్ట్ వైపు మూవ్ బేబీ సైడ్ తీసేస్తా వాటర్లో పట్టుకుంటే ఒక పగిలిపోతుంది హోటల్ లేదండి ఆ సైడ్స్కి స్క్రీను
లేదు ఇది బీచ్ టెంట్.
చీనా
బీచ్ దానికి ఉండదు 35.
చూడా నేను వచ్చాను అక్కడ 1 year తాట పట్టేట్టు
ఒకటే సైడ్ ఓపెన్ ఉంటుంది, బీచ్ వేసే దానికి అట్లా ఉండదు. అందుకే అది ఇది టెంపరీ బీచ్ పాపం ఇంక్లూడింగ్ వాళ్ళు వేసిన దానికి కూడా లేకుండా వాళ్ళ దానికి కూడా వెనకాల ఒక దగ్గర ఉంటుంది. మన యాంగిల్ మార్చుకోవడం తీసుకొని మనం ఇవాళ ఏమైనా సీట్ నీకు మరి వండుకొని ఎందుకు ఆడుకుంటుందిగా ఆడుకొని మరి అట్లా ఉండని ఆరిపోతుందిలే వండుకో ఆరుతుంది. ఇట్స్ ఫైన్ ఎండ మామూలుగా లేదు.